Special thanks to Warner Brothers for the free and early copy of Hitman 2.
The Isle of Scale, headquarters of the Ark Society. Founded by Janus in 1991, the Ark Society is the world's most exclusive club. Its plutocratic members fear the downfall of civilization, and they are willing to pay huge sums to ensure their own survival. Once a year, they gather here to shop the latest survival products and to showcase new initiatives and breakthroughs.
Right. These gatherings are shrouded in mystery, so we have limited intel on what to expect on the other side of the walls. The Washington twins are hosting their first annual gathering as chairwomen of the Ark Society, and the Constant is known to attend every year. Beyond that, you're on your own. Good luck, gentlemen. I dare say you're going to need it.
One more, I see. Won't you join us, sir? We were just about to begin. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the annual gathering of the Ark Society. As Ark patrons, you are welcome to explore the castle grounds. However, certain areas are off limits, including the keep, which houses the members area, convention space, and council meeting. Should you wish to apply for Ark membership, please be aware that such cannot be bought, only earned. All set? Excellent. Follow me, please.
So, what do you think?
Oh, you weren't kidding. It's a place. Great. Where are we? What else? Yes. Zoe Washington, one of our newly appointed chairwomen, has prepared a brand new official ceremony scheduled to take place in the upper courtyard.
Hello, sir. Say, is that the, Master of Ceremonies? The actual.
See what's with that murdered effigy.
The annual Phoenix ceremony. It symbolizes the collapse of civilization from which the Ark Society emerges unscathed and triumphant.
Ah, rebirth. I get it.
What's new is that the Masters...
Interesting. Zoe Washington is going to partake in a ceremony symbolizing the downfall of civilization from which the Ark Society will emerge unscathed. Apparently, a giant phoenix-shaped effigy is set on fire with Zoe inside it. Well, I suggest you locate this Master of Ceremonies who lights the Fire 47. If this doesn't sound like an accident waiting to happen, I don't know what does.
Ceremonies will light the effigy on fire with Zoe Washington inside it.
Huh. A bit showy, wouldn't you say?
Hey, whatever sells.
That entitled little shithead thinks he's just gonna inherit his way into a family empire without working a day in his life. Oh.
It has to be something really simple. We go. There's got to be another token around here. The others must be way ahead of me by now.
What sort of a maniac would lock herself inside a burning effigy without proper measures?
Then kind of repelled into an ancient temple with a death trap, poison snake.
Granted, but still.
Some filthy written god.
Oh, that rune-inscribed ancient hammer. Remember those days?
You do. Seriously, I'll pay you.
Me? You're the master of ceremony.
I'm a multiple Tony award-winning playwright. And famously reclusive. It's part of my brand. Never go in the street. It sounds like a genuine place. Spectacle.
Huh? They won't hate it, Mr. Henniger. It's just entertainment.
Entertainment? Lord, what have I done? Did I let you talk me into this?
Should I tell Miss Washington that you won't be going on stage? Everyone's waiting for you.
God, no. No, she's right. Just give me a moment to control the nerves.
All right, Mr. Henniger. Break them.
Excellent. The crowd was starting to get restless.
Your peers are waiting by the stage.
I am Horus.
master of ceremonies. Show them what they're about to do.
Who's this guy?
Oh,
A handsome pledge. And yet, a drop in the ocean. Zoe Washington, the Ark Society recognizes you as our founder's rightful successor, our inspiration, our guiding light, the custodian of our future.
Excellent work, 47. Enjoy the spotlight.
Patrons of the Ark Society, you are part of a select, chosen few. Our founder, Janus, showed us how to survive. But survival is not enough. We must live and we must soar. The Ark Society must not only commit itself to survival, but to progress, be it our next home in the stars or the next step in human evolution. This is the eternal purpose of the elite. Not just to lead, but to lead from the front. When the time comes and all comes tumbling down, when mankind retreats once more into caves of superstition, we will keep the fire alight. We will be the torchbearers, the trailblazers and pioneers. Do not feel guilty for your privilege. Be proud. Be fearless. For the future is ours to shape.
Look at you, Senator. All dressed to kill. Now, let's do this thing. Light her up.
As the world burns, we rise from its ashes, not just to survive, but to live.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia Washington.
You donating this year? What are you afraid I'll be?
Cloud Serpent. They say it belonged to Montezuma himself. It was lost for over 500 years, until Blake Nathaniel unsealed the Serpent's tomb.
Oh,
Extraordinary. It's a flipping necklace. Anyway, the Washington twins found it first. Way I hear it.
Hey, I got a space bubble, and you're in it.
It's a
Hello.
flipping necklace. Anyway, the Washington twins found it first. Way I hear it, Sophia literally
Sir,
has the necklace.
with all
in
due
her
respect,
hand when Nathaniel
I'm gonna
repels
kick
from the
your
scene,
ass
triggers
if you
this
don't get out of my
ancient
face.
death trap, and murder and mayhem ensues.
But I thought those two were lovers.
On and off. Currently way off, which explains the added security.
I don't follow.
Think about it. Why the need?
So, according to its charter, the Ark Society collects priceless art and historical artifacts in case of a global disaster. And this year, world-famous treasure hunter Blake Nathaniel has donated an Aztec necklace called the Cloud Serpent to the Ark Society's growing collection. However, Blake fears that Sophia Washington, his former lover and rival, who has hunted the Cloud Serpent for years, will attempt to steal it for herself before it goes into storage. Could be just the bait we need.
For an alarm system where all filthy
evening.
That's him. The Constant. Providence's top controller. Everything depends on capturing him alive.
I'll say.
What?
Alarm sensors. You'll need to disable the system to get at the necklace, 47.
Evening.
I'm telling you, even a damned ghost couldn't get past this setup. Holy grail. I'm afraid I can't let you through, sir. Told me that the Washington twins are envious of that case. That Mr. Daniel got it. They hate him to know who I am. Sir, it'll cost me plenty. Architects only. You know who I am. Sir, just take my word on this.
Good evening, sir.
What was that?
You, the fancy man! Any of you know this man? Ugh, is he for real? Hey you! Wait a minute!
Oh.
I still can't
Yes, good evening.
Is that? What? I have no idea what to do.
Smooth, 47. The Sparrow's got nothing on you.
You know, what I will remember about James.
You're Blake Nathaniel, right? If you don't mind me asking, people have been searching for the Cloud Serpent for centuries. Wherever did you find it?
Well, to cut a long story short, it began with a Portuguese galleon salvaged off the coast of Costa Rica. One of the long-dead sailors had a tattoo etched into the back of his neck, and it spoke of a map to the mythical Serpent's tomb, hidden inside the royal scepter of Montezuma. The only problem was the scepter, which was stolen by Cortez's troops after the fall of Tenochtitlan, now belonged to Esteban Montoya, head of the Moreno drug cartel. Safe to say that was an interesting afternoon. See this scar? Anyway, that was only the beginning. Spiders, death traps, ancient puzzles, and of course the Washington twins and their trigger-happy raiders.
Wow.
That
true
is
you stole
Sophia
the necklace
Washington,
right from under their noses?
chairwoman of the Ark Society, professional treasure hunter, and Providence operative. Quite the resume.
Not to mention, I earned it. Love and war, miss. Love and war.
Have a good evening, sir.
Wait a minute. Oh, that is just... Oh, the audacity of that woman. You!
Mr. Nathaniel?
What am I looking at?
Why, that's the... Oh my. But... it's gone. It can't be. The alarm...
Expertly disabled, I assume.
But... there was someone here the whole time. And besides, stealing from the Order? No Ark member would be so foolish or disrespectful. The patrons neither. Maybe one of the custodians took it to be polished, or...
Oh, no. I know exactly what happened. Or who happened.
You do? Who's the culprit?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. All right, I'll take care of this. Back to work. Or whatever the hell it is you do around here.
Command? Yeah, I'm gonna need some backup over at the gallery. We've had a situation. Over.
Good evening. Oh, what's this now? Blake, you backstabbing son of a bitch. Why, hello to you too, Sophia.
Right. Sorry, sir. This is staff only.
Makes sense.
Minimalist on the joint.
Sophia,
Blake? I almost didn't recognize you without a knife in my back.
I messed up. I see that now. Can we talk?
This should be good. Follow me.
Looking tremendous today, sir. Oh, hi.
Excellent, 47. Let's give Sophia her heart's desire, shall we?
You've got 1 minute.
I did wrong by you, Sophia. I see that now, and I want to make amends. Here, this is rightfully yours.
Well, well. Look who comes crawling back. Leave us. You know, we lost 3 men because of you. Wickus was crushed by a rolling boulder. Jaco fell into a pit trap, and Zoe and me, we only escaped the arrows by using one of the local guides as a human shield. Now, this is a nice gesture, but it doesn't even begin to make amends.
I know. May I?
Fine, but not too tight. You know, I thought about sending the boys after you. Grab the necklace and cut your throat ear to ear. You probably wonder why I didn't.
Glad it's not me this year, chasing tokens around like a sucker.
I don't know. Looks kind of fun. Final Club all over again. How does it work?
The tokens are hidden throughout the castle, you know, like out of reach places like the ramparts. And the first initiate to collect enough tokens undergoes the polygraph test with the chairwoman. If you're deemed worthy, you get promoted to Arc member.
So, every year, aspiring Arc patrons compete in a treasure hunt to obtain membership status. The first initiate to collect enough tokens undergoes a private screening with Zoe Washington, which appears to involve a polygraph and electroshock device. I suggest you join the fray, 47. A private audience with one of our targets is just what we need.
I can do that.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Depends on your pain threshold, I guess. Zoe Washington up to date here.
The trick is to make it sound simple. You sign on.
So, you like the class? Oh, son of a bitch! I'm not in the mood for this shit.
What the?
Crap. Oh, Christ! Huh?
Say, is that the,
What's with that weird bird effigy?
Maybe it's just a fish or something.
Civilization.
I'll tell you another interesting fact about this guy. History, and only the lady in the house, her youngest son, and a few servants survived. They buried fire in the sewage pipe. How they get fresh vegetables out in the old days? Doesn't look like you can grow anything on this road.
Life was simpler back then. They had to be. I respect that. People are too soft now. Oh, there's that smell again.
Whoa! Good to see you, sir.
I saw some suspicious activity. Look here, I'm an art major in mapping gun minuscule as they are, so step aside.
Hi, it's me. I'm fine. I just wanted to hear how the kids are doing.
What would you put back there? Maybe something.
Jewelry? You ever think maybe that's just where they keep the spare wine glasses?
Well, once the bowl is full,
Tokens, tokens. Come on, I need more tokens. They can't all be gone.
Like children.
Like my work, I guess. You know, I always volunteer for holiday season. Just walking around. Everybody is away. You feel like you're the king of the world.
Good work, 47. You've got all the tokens needed to gain access to the initiation. I suggest you find your way to the screening room. There was an ornate door near the courtyard. Hand in your tokens there.
I mean, it's behind a chapter, so maybe it's some kind of
Gentlemen, fellow Archeans, can I have your attention, please? Now that
Initiate,
everybody's
let's see
here
those tokens.
and ready to proceed, please make your way to the upper courtyard. The ceremony is about to begin. Thank you.
Congratulations, Initiate. Now the real trial begins. Hey, Miss Washington. An Initiate has completed the treasure hunt. Yeah, understood. Bringing him to the interrogation room now. So, you think you got what it takes, Initiate? Think you got the stomach for what comes next?
I can hold my own.
Is that so? You some kind of tough guy?
Tough is for amateurs.
Oh, Miss Washington's gonna have a field day with you.
Welcome, Initiate. Take a seat. Good. Now pay attention. This is a polygraph machine hooked up to an ECT device. That's short for electroconvulsive therapy, and I assure you it packs quite a punch. In a moment, Ms. Zoe Washington is going to ask you a series of questions, and I suggest you answer truthfully, or the machine will know. Is that clear?
Very.
Good man.
Solid work, 47. Let's see if you can't turn this interrogation to your advantage.
So, you made it this far, Initiate, but now the real test begins. Is the machine operational?
The ECT device is set to medium voltage. I don't recommend going higher than that. This setup is still largely untested.
Well, as long as the Initiate speaks the truth, we won't need to. Has my colleague explained the rules to you?
Exhaustively.
Good. Let's begin. And do not attempt to deceive me. First question. Are you the best in your field?
No.
He's not telling the truth.
Now, why would you lie when the truth plays in your favor? Do you think this is some kind of joke, Initiate? If so, trust me, you are sorely mistaken. Amp up the voltage.
Yes, Madam Chairwoman.
Now, let's try something else. Are you a follower of our late founder, Janus?
No.
Checks out.
I see. Are you then loyal to Sophia and myself?
No.
True.
Loyal to no one, huh? Perhaps you would like to be chairman of the Ark Society, Initiate?
Yes.
False.
Look, I don't know what kind of game you're playing, Initiate, but I'm warning you. Do not test me again. Increase the voltage.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do you have an ulterior motive for being here?
No.
Nope. He's lying.
Enough! Don't say I didn't warn you, Initiate. You brought this on yourself. Crank it. All the way up.
Madam Chairwoman, Zoe, are you sure that's wise? I don't even know how far this thing goes. Could be dangerous.
Do it. Now. Moment of truth, Initiate. Are you pretending to be someone you're not?
No.
False.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia Washington.
Over a month, I have some of the world's most prominent people waiting to pay their last respects. I have the star of the Prague Philharmonic on stage, ready to play. Alleluia on the harp, for God's sake. And you're telling me that you lost the sodding
sorry, ma'am. My team received no notification. You sure they didn't give you a crate number?
Not give me a crate number. I was told you people would have it under control.
Fine, fine. I'll go and have another look.
See that you do. And when you do,
As we know, Zoe Washington will host Janus's wake. But now it seems an antique ceremonial dagger, which Janus is supposed to wear during the service, has gone missing from storage. I suggest you locate the disputed dagger 47. This wake could be a chance to catch the target unaware.
More pressure. Just what I need.
Have a nice night. Hey, security guy! Hold up just a minute. Anyone know this man? Hey, you know this fella? Don't even think about messing with me.
The council meeting. You know what it's about?
I'll keep out of your way, sir.
Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you died only yesterday.
With a final touch of makeup, your burial mask, and ceremonial dagger, oh why, you'll look like a king of old. My unique polymer glue will preserve your body for millennia. Longer even than the pharaohs. Which reminds me, they should have brought the dagger down by now. Wonder what's keeping them. We can't very well display you before your fellows without your prized dagger, now can we? Miss Washington, I forget which one. She tells me it belongs to Tsar Nicholas, and that it might have been used to stab Rasputin. Oh, you must be very important to be laid to rest with such a valuable artifact, Mr. Janus.
That's real.
Where are they taking you, I wonder? I hope it's not some private collection. You are my finest work, Mr. Janus. You belong in a museum for all audiences.
We're all set. Cue the music.
who gave the signal? Everything seems to be in order. Suppose we move ahead. Thank you for coming, everyone. The service shall begin in a moment.
Thank you all for coming. As Janus's successor, it falls upon me to say a few words. I'll keep it brief, for there is little I can say that does the man justice. Janus was our founder, and like all true visionaries, he was far ahead of the curve. While we, the privileged class, were blissfully toasting the end of history, Janus saw the writing on the wall. As a veteran of the Cold War, Janus knew better than anyone that when true disaster strikes, the rich are as damned as everyone else, unless we work together. Janus never got to see the collapse, but died peacefully in his sleep. And yet, what he started in 1991 will one day be hailed as the dawn of a new age. One where the best among us can thrive, uninhibited. This is Janus's legacy. Long live his memory. And now, you are welcome to pay the founder your last respects.
So long, old man. You led a better run than most. And most successful spy in modern history. And that whole Jasper Knight incident was just brilliant.
He died the way he
Anyway,
lived.
enjoy your rest.
Even at that.
You've earned it.
Now, why would they think you'd be capable of a thing like that?
Wow. So fierce looking even in death. That mortician is a genius. I totally believe that you once wrestled a brown bear to a tie. Anyway, Godspeed, Mr. Janus. Sorry I never knew you.
Goodbye, Janus. We won't forget you. Odd how you helped shape the 20th century, and yet nobody knows your name. Das Vidania, old boy. You were always the best of us. I still can't believe I never got to beat you at chess.
So long, my dear. I can't believe you're gone. Last of the greats. I'll make sure those naive fools who've replaced you won't mess things up too bad. Don't you worry.
Goodbye, old friend. And thank you for everything. Rest assured, I will finish what you started.
So, here we are. You didn't want me and Sophia taking over. Fought us tooth and nail, but a fat lot of good it did you. The partners, they turned a deaf ear, and deep down, Janus, you know why. Because, for all your smarts, you're just rank and file.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia Washington.
Council's still in session?
No, they've called a recess. Sophia Washington wants them to pass some kind of motion, but one of the council members is fighting her tooth and nail.
Huh. Wouldn't happen to be Jebediah Block, the coal baron, would it?
Yeah, how do you know?
Well, I happen to know he's on the...
So, Sophia Washington has called a council meeting between the original 5 members of the Ark Society. Sophia hopes to pass some sort of motion, but she faces stark opposition from ultra-conservative coal baron Jebediah Block. I suggest you find Mr. Block while the council is still in recess, 47. I suspect the headstrong Sophia will not take kindly to dissidents and troublemakers.
Council, he's one of the original 5, you know, the first people to fund the Ark Society back in '91. Plus, I just walked in on Sophia Washington screaming Block's name while beating up a pillow cushion. Oh, rock.
Must mean a lot to her. What's it about?
What a paparazzi. I just worked with that. Thank you.
Well, this is his start line.
Can do. Gift to being loaded up in seconds.
What? Contact.
I hate to say this, gentlemen, Miss Washington makes a valid point. Climate change denial has served you well so far. The world is finally catching up. The corona tree is only beginning. Change is coming.
Bah! The council has been reserved by documents. This bug can't possibly be fine. What? Expel me. That two-minute Jebediah Block. Technically.
Okay. I need an edge.
Sophia the schemer. What's she up?
Excuse me?
Castles like this.
I'm sure there must be a line.
Miss Washington, after due consideration, I have revised my position. I would like to support your motion.
Well, well, look at you, Block. Finding your good sense and manners. Come along, then. I'll call a vote at once. I knew you'd come around. You're stubborn, Block, but you're not a schmuck. You know I'm right. The analysts at my father's think tank have been grinding the data for months, and they are rarely wrong. The Karuna Agreement, climate litigation. We estimate that fossil fuel companies like yours have a decade, at best, before you're all resigned to the junkyard of history. And what kind of secret society would we be if we didn't keep each other in power?
What indeed?
I knew we could talk sense. Just vote in favor of my motion, and I promise you, Block, you'll power the world for decades to come. Well, who cares how, as long as you're the one getting paid.
Ain't that the truth?
Friends and founders, the recess is over. Let's return to the council room and proceed with the vote.
Well, you've certainly placed yourself at the crossroads of history. Nicely done, 47.
Let's reiterate. For decades, you, the titans of the energy industry, have conspired to obscure the truth about climate change through lobbying, misinformation, and propaganda. This strategy has been incredibly successful. But all good things must come to an end. It is time for you to adapt or die, ladies and gentlemen. This is why our analysts have devised a 10-year transition plan to keep you in power. Play this right, and you will not only thrive, but this time, you will be the good guys. In other words, you have nothing to lose. So, everyone in favor, say aye.
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 Yea or nay, Block? Silence is consent.
Nay.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Nay.
Oh, for the love of...
Ah, idiot.
Son of a...
Blocked. You stupid.
That's 4 ayes and 1 nay. Jebediah Block vetoes the motion. This council is adjourned until further notice. Block. A word? Upstairs. Right away, please. So, are you gonna tell me what the hell you're playing at?
Just looking out for number 1.
Don't be an idiot. There's no future in coal, Block. You have one choice. Go green or go extinct. Now, personally, I don't give a shit if you go the way of the dodo, but you are one of the Ark Society's biggest contributors. We'd hate to lose your business. Besides, if terrestrial coal goes under, who will pay for your children's survival? Your grandkids. After all, nobody says disaster will strike in our lifetime. You have a moral duty to stay rich, Block.
Nice try. But I don't have grandchildren.
You just had to make this difficult, didn't you? Here's the deal, Block. My family and we serve a group of powerful individuals who prefer to stay anonymous. Letting the climate go to hell in a handbasket has served their interests well, but only up to a point. You see, they are sitting on some patents that'll knock your socks off. Weather control systems, recycling pollution as fuel, cold fusion, you name it. And they plan to make trillions protecting the world from the very threat they worked so hard to create. But to do so, they need you guys to quite literally stop fighting windmills.
Huh. The truth at last. And what's in it for Jebediah Block?
Gentlemen, please give me and Mr. Block a moment. I offered you a carrot. Now, here's the stick. We know about Montana, Block. The mine collapse in 2015. It would be a shame if the American...
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Zoe Washington.
Looks like the building material.
give up. This level of encryption's out of my league. Whoever sent you this message knew what they were doing.
Well, keep trying.
Hey, you should know this is a private area.
Hey, you all...
Idiot! Ah! Jesus Christ, help me! Ah! Ah!
Security breach! We gotta find cover!
I got it already.
Ah, here's something 47. According to this email thread, Sophia Washington has recruited one of the architects in a plan to discredit the Constant. Sounds promising. Interesting. The poison chip in the Constant's neck was designed by a Kronstadt engineer, a Mr. Marek Sinclair, who also works for the Ark Society. Apparently, Sophia wants Sinclair to approach the Constant and offer to remove the chip. If the Constant takes the bait, Sophia can prove to the Providence partners that their top controller is not to be trusted. Sounds promising. I suggest you head over to the conference space, see if you can't locate Mr. Sinclair. Olivia is trying to locate Mr. Sinclair's cell number. See if we can't contact him directly. Stand by. There, we have Sinclair's number. Making the call now. Keep your eyes peeled, 47.
Sinclair, how do I feel about the National Do Not Call Registry? What? You do appreciate the irony here, right? No, not interested. Oh. Yeah, I just love to clean up other people's shit. Must turn on.
Yeah.
That's Sinclair, all right. And those are the blueprints for the poison chip. Should come in handy.
I haven't mentioned it to the family.
Nice evening.
I suppose.
No robe, no mask. Which rank are you?
Oh, I'm more of an outside observer, Mr.
Name's Sinclair. I'm Chief Technical Designer at Kronstadt Industries.
The name rings a bell.
Here, I think it might interest you.
What's this?
I think you know. The chip in your neck is my design, which means I can override it for a price.
Most interesting. Meet me at the tower and be discreet. We can't be seen together.
Always am.
Ah, Miss Washington. I forgot to tell you before. A few of the more prominent ARC members
Modern
are
being
curious
what it
about
is.
how free
My guess is that any impending collapse will go hand in hand with the banks going nuclear.
The Great Depression times 20.
Okay, I hear you. But Peter would have
Please don't loiter, sir. Please, come in. Have a seat. It's lovely by the fireplace.
May I see those blueprints again, please? Interesting. All right, Mr. Sinclair. I'm listening.
Don't. In fact, forget all I said.
Excuse me?
This wasn't my idea. Sophia Washington. She's the one who told me to approach you. It's all a trap.
Go on.
I never asked why. I just went along because she's the boss.
And you're telling me this now? Why?
Let's just say I don't like to get my hands dirty.
I see. Thank you for your candor, Mr. Sinclair. You have been most helpful. Hang on for a moment. Sophia, I need to see you at the tower. I'm sure you are, and no, it can't.
Nicely done, 47. This should put Sophia firmly in the doghouse.
I am sorry you got dragged into this. Sophia is spectacularly ambitious. Unfortunately, like most people of her ilk, she lacks humility and a sense of station.
And who are you, exactly?
A humble advisor. Nothing more.
Power without responsibility. Nothing humble about that.
You have my interest, Mr. Sinclair. I think we'll speak again. For now, you will excuse me. Sophia and I need to clear the air.
Have a good day. All right, I'm here. Are you gonna tell me what's so damn important?
Ah, Sophia. I believe you know Mr. Sinclair.
We've met. What of it?
I don't blame you for trying, Sophia. Just for failing. Upstairs. Now.
It's your word against mine, you know.
That's your play? I recommended you and Zoe to the partners, against my mentor's wishes, because I saw something in you. And this is how you repay me? You think because the partners noticed you that you have their trust, their confidence. I have served them for decades, and you don't even know their names.
And yet, you're the one with a poison chip in your neck, and I'm the one holding the trigger.
You? They gave it to you.
Ouch. That's gotta sting. I mean, the Constant is like the voice of God, right? Only he speaks for the partners. Surely they wouldn't dream of undermining his authority. Only the partners are old school, aren't they? They recognize class, pedigree, birds of a feather, and all that. And you reek of middle class. You carry the stink of public transportation. And while you have spent decades climbing the corporate ladder, me and Zoe, we've got ourselves a private elevator and it goes straight to the top.
Don't fool yourself, Sophia. They may use you to punish me, but you're a tool, nothing more. This pathetic ruse only shows me how much you have yet to learn.
I've said my piece. We're done here, boss. Zoe, pick up.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Zoe Washington.